Our valedictorian for 2023 is not only a stellar and accomplished student, but an involved, engaged, kind community member. He's a gifted musician, has an expertise in several instruments: piano, guitar, violin, and accordion. He's comfortable playing many genres of music, whether it's classical, rock, pop, or jazz. Here at John Jay High School, he is the co-secretary of Amnesty International, co-president of Science Olympiad, performs in the jazz band, is a keyboardist in the orchestra pit, a member of the Trian Music Honors Society. He has represented John Jay High School at the Berklee College of Music's High School Jazz Festival. Outside of school, he is part of a band, Platinum Moon, where he has played countless shows and festivals and was invited to perform on a cruise ship this past February. I want to sit next to you at a cocktail party. And despite his gifts and accomplishments, he is also described for being incredibly modest and humble. Thinks of himself as just a regular guy, and not the academically, emotionally, and musically gifted young man that he is. He approaches important decisions with a great deal of maturity as well. His guidance counselor told me how impressive it was to see his approach to the college application process. He truly engaged it with an open mind, focused upon researching academic programs, curriculum, environments, and opportunities that were the most interesting to him. He was generally looking for the right fit, especially someone of his academic caliber who had a lot of choices. I'm sure that was a very interesting process. And he will be studying engineering and physics at Cornell University next year. And it is my pleasure to acknowledge John Jay High School valedictorian for 2023, Mr. Klettner.
Good morning, everyone, and congratulations to the John Jay class of 2023. I want to start off by acknowledging the determination, perseverance, and hard work that led us here today. Know that it does not go unnoticed, and we should all be very proud of how far we've come. I would also like to thank all the teachers, mentors, and family members that supported us along our wild journey of growing up. From temper tantrums over Beyblades, to 9 p.m. Michael's runs because we really needed poster board but didn't feel like saying so until the night before the project was due. Could we take a moment to give them all a round of applause? Well, now that I've checked the box and mentioning everyone else, I can finally use the rest of my time to talk exclusively about myself. Just give me a second. I was incredibly shy. Hold on, give me a second.
I was incredibly shy as a kid, which is probably why I turned to knowledge as a source of confidence. Even if I wasn't comfortable talking to people, at least I knew how to derive the quadratic formula, or what the capital of Lithuania is. That's what made something apart. Since I was young, I always did well on my tests and assignments, and my parents and mentors would frequently congratulate my intellect by calling me smart.
What you just witnessed is exactly what you were expecting. A nerd. Someone who devotes his life to books. I have a terrible social life, and I do nothing but study with my cats. I complain about getting a 90 on a math test. I'm awkward. I'm annoying. I'm smart. This was the definition of smart I discovered at school. While my parents would congratulate me, my peers would scoff, and I began to wince whenever the word smart was thrown at me. So I can bet you can imagine my reaction to being named valedictorian. I'll tell you right now, I can't see the first word that came to my mind, because now I was ultra smart and ultra stereotype, and I had to make a speech. The thought of me having to be funny, relatable, and smart in front of hundreds of people, bone-chilling. And yet here I am, the smart kid, telling you how I hated being smart. Because throughout my entire high school career, my main goal was never to get the best grades. It was to be known as someone other than the smart kid. To be seen as creative, social, ambitious, funny, likable, down to earth, honest, kind, things that matter so much more than test scores, things that supersede the smart stereotype of valedictorian. At this point, you probably believe that I will actually be talking about myself for the rest of the speech, but I promise I was just kidding, and I'm about to get philosophical, so be prepared. Here's the bottom line. For each and every one of us, as we venture into our lives beyond graduation, there are bound to be expectations and stereotypes placed on us. Your major reflects your intellect. Participating in Greek life means you're a jerk. Choosing not to go to college right away or at all means you're lazy. Prioritizing studying over party one night means you're a nerd. Whatever it may be, stereotypes and generalizations will always exist. But what I've learned from being at John Jay is that you can be whoever you want to be right now. Jocks can be gentle and kind. Geeks can be social butterflies. Popular kids can be humble. Horse girls can ride motorcycles. I can be in a rock band and get down to Nicki Minaj. Regardless of what category society boxes you into, that box is not made of steel. It can be molded, distorted, and escape from entirely. Never let people pressure you into being a person you're not just because it conflicts with their label for you. Once I stopped caring so much about what other people thought, I grew infinitely in confidence and personality, and even got a B on some tests. I know, I was in the trenches of my valedictory career, but as I escaped my smart kid box and started truly acting like myself, I didn't end up isolated. In fact, I've never felt more of a sense of belonging. I'll leave you all with this. Each school year is beautiful because it ends. Let me just say that again because it's so important to realize. Each school year is beautiful because it ends. Our freshman year, beautiful from distance learning and the renegade dance on TikTok. Our sophomore year, beautiful from learning how to manipulate teachers on Zoom. Our junior year, beautiful from devious licks and unironic usage of the word bussin'. And our senior year, beautiful from partying with the people we have grown up with for 13 years. Each of these years was beautiful because we molded our boxes closer and closer into the people that we wanted to become. Because one chapter of our self-growth ended and the next began. It is my hope that we will continue to mold our boxes as we enter the next beautiful stage of our lives, regardless of whether or not they look exactly like others expect them to look. Because in the end, no one remembers you based on what stereotype you seem to fit best. They remember you for the unique kind of person you are. They remember you for how you make them feel. They remember you for being you. Congratulations to John Jay Class of 2023. And as you continue to grow beyond high school, may you always strive to be you. Thank you.
I'm going to join you in the audience now and just let Joe finish it. Good.